Shield. I did what I thought was right. We need a symbol. Something to get behind. We bled for this country. Shield and...
What's going on, man? We back in the Low Key Cave. Keyshawn Niles YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key. We back with a Falcon and Winter Soldier review. This is episode 3 of season 1 of Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. Of course, shout out to Marvel. And of course, we got our Falcon and our Winter Soldier right here, of course. But yes, man, we are getting into that pivotal point of the show because, of course, the show is only 6 episodes. So we are there. And we start off this show with explosion as far as them getting Zemo out. Well, the Winter Soldier basically breaking Zemo out of prison. Of course, when I do these reviews, of course, as far as TV shows, I always give it a day or two to let everybody watch it because I only do spoilers so we could talk about everything. But anyway, you pretty much have Winter Soldier breaking Zemo out of jail, and Falcon, Sam, sitting there like, what the hell are you doing? What's going on? Why are you getting this guy out of jail? If you didn't know in the last episode, they're pretty much saying Zemo has, well, he don't has the answers, but he has more information to help them get to whoever is doing the new super soldier serum. So they basically go on this wild adventure to Metapor, and I'm hearing a lot of history Metapor as far as them having like a basis in the comics for mutants. So I don't know if we're going to get some kind of mutant interaction before the season is finished or whatnot. I'm also getting hints of an anti-group called the Thunderbolts. So I'm guessing like this is what Marvel does. Marvel slow builds, even with the whole thing with the Young Avengers. Like, it's so much that they say that they're building upon, but they're doing it in such a way of like putting a puzzle together and slowly building. And that's the thing people be saying about DC and the things they don't do. But we sticking to Marvel right now. But anyway, we get into this episode with Sam, Bucky, and Zemo basically trying to find this power broker in Metapor. So they get into the situation where they have to play these certain roles, and Zemo pretty much telling Bucky like, you got to be Winter Soldier. You got to be that cold-blooded fighting, killing dude. And when they get to Metapor, they basically get into the situation with bounty hunters or whatnot, and they end up getting to talk to somebody who gives them a name of a doctor. But before they can even get the rest of the information from this doctor, she's shot. So they basically were running around Metapor, and they're being chased by bounty hunters or whatnot. And basically they run into Sharon Carter. I'm not sure if she's the one that shot the woman that told him about the doctor or not, but I know she's basically helping them throughout the city get away from these bounty hunters and whatnot. And Bucky, Sam, and Zemo end up running into Sharon Carter. And of course, she's basically on the run since everything that went down. And she's basically asking Sam to, can he clear her name? And she's still on the run. So we have all of this going on with them trying to find out what is going on and who is producing this new super soldier serum. So we get to the situation where Sharon Carter is basically hid out in Metapor, and she leads them or helps them get to this doctor. And basically, they get information from this doctor, Bucky, Sam, and Zemo. Basically, this doctor was working on this super soldier serum before the blimp, before the snap, the Thanos snap. So he basically came back and started back working on it, and basically everybody had basically let it go after the whole blimp or whatnot. And when he got back from the blimp, he just kept working on it and kept working on it. And basically the group, the group that got the mask on and stuff, I guess they got some of it from him. I have to go back and really listen to a little bit more of that. I kind of like, I was listening, but I was like, okay, is he saying that the mask group stole it, or I guess the power broker is the main one over this? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and really listen to that particular part of the episode again. But I do know that while Bucky and Sam are basically trying to get information from this doctor, you got Sharon Carter on the outside basically trying to hold off all these bounty hunters. And I want to speak on that scene. It's like one of those one-take scenes where you got a one-shot scene where there's not no cuts or whatnot. But I mean, it's a couple cuts because they're going back and forth to Bucky and Sam and Zemo questioning the doctor and whatnot. But it's a really, really good action scene with Sharon Carter. But back to Zemo, Bucky, and Sam, they're pretty much getting information from the doctor, getting him to tell them. Basically, he's the one basically producing the new super soldier serum, and before they can get pretty much a lot more information from him, Zemo pretty much shoots him. Because, you know, Zemo's pretty much somewhat of an anti-hero right now, but anybody know these type of villains, especially smart villains, he's probably got something up his sleeve. I mean, when I'm gonna go back a little bit, when they pretty much get him out of jail, he's got money. Like he's putting him on a private jet, taking him to medical or whatnot. So he's pretty much still pretty good on the outside, minus him getting locked up or whatnot. But throughout the episode, you pretty much have these guys trying to get away from these bounty hunters because they pretty much have a bounty on their head. And even with that, I'm not sure, did that come from the power broker, which I think it did, or did it come from Kayla, you know, the girl, the leader of the group with the mask. I'm sorry I can't keep remembering the name of this group. But yes, we have all this going on with them. And I swear, man, Zemo, it's like when they get into these little fights or whatnot, Zemo will just run off of something. I'm thinking, oh, that's where he going to go off and basically come up with his own agenda or his own plan. But no, he keeps coming back and helping Sam and Bucky out. And I'm like, oh, okay, he pretty much is. Or, like I said, I think he still has an agenda, and I think he still needs these two to finish out his agenda. So, like, when they're basically at a port or whatnot, on this shipping dock or port, they're getting into this fight or whatnot. Zemo pretty much puts on his mask and starts like doing all this fighting and shit. And I ain't got too much history of Zemo in the comics, but I didn't know he could fight like that and do all of that. But even with that scene, I'm thinking, okay, he going off, he about to really go do his own thing, his own agenda. He comes back. So, pretty much when they're done doing whatever they're doing, fighting or whatnot on this port, Sharon Carter doesn't come back with them. She pretty much heads back off to do her own thing again. And I was like, I don't know why she want to go with them, but I guess she's going to wait till Sam try to clear her name. That was right there at that scene anyway. But we pretty much get Sam, Bucky, and Zemo heading back to the States, like I said, to get more information on this power broker and see what's going on with her. Then, we pretty much getting into this scene with Sharon Carter basically saying we got some big problems. Okay, so is Sharon Carter working with, has her own agenda too? And I'm hearing maybe Sharon Carter is the power broker. Because if she's saying that Sam and Bucky are the big problems, that Falcon and Winter Soldier are her problems, I'm not sure. It's a really good mystery, though. And I can't wait to find out what's going on. Because like I said, we only got 3 episodes left. 4, 5, and 6. It's 6 episodes of this. So we're going to get down. This next episode is probably going to be a real pivotal episode. But when we get back to Zemo, Bucky, and Sam, like I said, they're getting back to the States, still searching for the power broker or whatnot. You have Bucky pretty much telling these guys to go on, and he started noticing these little silver balls. And the first thing I'm thinking, oh man, Zemo, here go his plan. Now we about to get to whatever Zemo's coming up with. No, we get a huge surprise and a huge cameo. Once again, I'm sorry if this is spoilers. It is Sunday. I was waiting. Everybody got a chance to watch the episode, but we get a huge surprise, and we get one of the Wakanda warriors, one of the ladies, one of the protectors of Wakanda, one of the huge fighters. And yes, she was in the Black Panther movie and in some of the one of the Endgame movies, if I'm not mistaken, or Infinity War, if I'm not mistaken. She was with she is not at first I thought it was you know what I'm talking about, what's the name off The Walking Dead, but it wasn't her, it was the other girl. But yes, it was like, whoa, so we got some Wakanda coming in here now, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a pivotal point in the next episode. I hope it's not no flashback episode, her basically leading up to her getting to Bucky them. I hope it's just her joining them or going on a fight along with them, because you already know Zemo killed T'Challa's father or whatnot. So yeah, there's some blood right there. And you know, they helped Winter Soldier out, you know what I'm saying? At first when they thought he was the one that did it, but then they took him back to Wakanda because, you know, he was being hunted down by the government or whatnot. So that was a really, really good surprise. And I'm just I'm really enjoying Zemo. I wasn't like like I said, I ain't have too much history on him, and I kind of enjoy what he did in Civil War. But like I said before, like kind of before Black Panther, when you got Killmonger as a villain and Thanos, you wasn't really getting those good villains in Marvel movies, man. And even with Civil War, I don't even think that movie was pertaining to really making it about having a villain. Civil War is basically about these Captain America and Iron Man basically dealing out the politics of how they feel about each situation and what they beliefs were. But as far as with Falcon and Winter Soldier, I am really, really enjoying this, and I'm liking how grounded it is. But as far as our villains in this show, it was kind of like when you see you catch a glimpse of this girl Kayla. I think her name is Kayla, the leader of the group that wears the mask, and you see she's doing like all this stuff and how she's passionate about the people that she's fighting for, what she's doing. And you see like now, we was at first you was kind of like, I'm not sure these like really even villains or whatnot, and I'm still not really like villainous, but you see how they're like going to the next level. She's killing people now. Like she blew up a whole building full of people still, and you had her dude sitting there like, yo, like it's still people in there. And she like, this is the only language these people understand. So she's pretty much on that level now. Like we have our full-fledged villain as far as what she's capable of and what she's willing to do and how far she's willing to go. So that makes it even more interesting to see what she's got going on, because I do want to know a lot more what's going on with her, because you know she's basically, you could tell the look on her face and everything going on with her, she's been through hell and back. So I am really interested in to see her story and what's going on with her. But that was pretty much my review of episode 3 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was a really, really good episode, and it was really good action-packed, and we found out a lot of things, and we basically still got a lot of questions at the same time. But leave your comments in the comment section and let me know how y'all are feeling about Falcon and Winter Soldier and how y'all feeling about this recent episode. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 100 subs, man. Shout out to everybody that's viewing my videos, and shout out to all my subscribers, man. We out.
No shield. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it.
Don't miss Marvel's latest must-stream event.
We're gonna do it our own way.
She will escalate and will not stop.